Hey everyone, this is Rachel, and today I'm here with a new scrapbooking process video. Thanks so much for joining me here, and I hope you enjoy. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome, and I would love it if you would become a subscriber. You can also click on the notification bell so you always know when I have a new video up. Alright folks, let's get going!
Hey everyone, welcome to today's layout. I am going to be working with that Scrapbook Generation sketch. Unfortunately, I forgot to download it so I could put it in the corner of the screen, so I do apologize for that. I did flip the sketch. As you saw, it was sideways, and that was on purpose. Basically, rather than 2 3x4s, I'm going to be using one 4x6. That photo you see in the lower left-hand corner of the screen right now. Now, in the sketch, the center portion of the layout was encapsulated by different stars, and now obviously I could have used a whole bunch of different die cuts or fussy cut out things, but I happen to have this star cut file that I cut out of one of the pieces of colored. It's not really cardstock. It's this right here, where it's bitonal, a lighter tone and a darker tone of pink or blue or yellow. Those tend to be the colors in the Felicity Jane. I keep wanting to call it cardstock, but it's not really cardstock. It is not the weight of cardstock. It's pattern paper weight. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. That doesn't happen very often. In actuality, that was a doctor's office. Well, it was a nurse, most likely, accidentally trying to fax something to my cell phone number, so that was fabulous. Anyway, as I was saying, it's not cardstock weight, it's pattern paper weight, but it's a solid color, hopefully that makes sense to you. Now, I am double matting my photo onto first that wood grain paper and then this tone-on-tone dark teal color. Even though the majority of my layout is on the pink side, I did want to bring that blue in to tie in the star cut file. Now, so as I was talking about, the pattern paper weight solid blue piece was cut out of the Felicity Jane. When I did my stash bash back at the beginning of the month with Kelly, I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, I have that cut file. And then when I saw the sketch from Scrapbook Generation, I was like, OMG, that cut file would be perfect for that sketch. So just in case you're wondering how the whole idea for using this cut file for this particular sketch came about, that is how it worked. Now, I'm then going ahead and adding a third mat to this photo with this pink tone-on-tone piece. I wanted to use that dark teal piece. I was going to call it aqua. It is not aqua. But because it's going to end up resting on the stars, I did not want that blue to rest on the blue because then it would end up getting lost. So now I've got all my mats for my photos completed, and I'm a little chatty in this video that you don't see because I was Zooming with friends whilst doing this, so there may be some hand motions or times when I'm not actually working on something when I should be. I mostly edited them all out, but I may have missed one or two. But here is what my layout is looking like so far. I'm very happy with it. I'm going to go ahead, trim off the branding strip on the solid piece of pink that is going to be my background. And then I'm going to add some glue to the back of the star cut file to get it down on my paper. So this particular layout happens to be about the first Facebook tutorial I did when I was a member of the design team for scrapbookingstore.com. And, it's kind of just really, obviously I've done YouTube for years now, and I've done YouTube lives where on my own I am, giving quote unquote tutorials or just, basically making layouts and talking you guys through it. But it's fun when someone else asks you to do it on behalf of their company. It's great for the ego. Let's just go with that, because no matter what, it's always nice when someone appreciates what you do and thinks you do it well enough that you would be helpful to other people who are trying to do the same thing. Basically, that's all. It's a boost to the ego, let's be honest. All right, so I've got this cut file down, and I'm using my art glitter clear glue, which dries very, very clear and very, very matte. So it works really well for sequins, cut files, as well as any other reason you may need liquid glue. So I'm going through the scraps I have, and I have a ton of scraps in my Felicity Jane bag o' Felicity Jane. So I'm adding this gray and white stripe piece as the main paper section in the center of the cut file. I'm just using my thumb to put a little divot in the paper so I know where to cut it. Now, most of this gets covered up by other things, but I did want that main layer of neutral just to be resting at the bottom there. This is all in the sketch, having a piece of paper that kind of spanned the whole thing. The thing I added to the sketch was the triple matte. That was not originally part of the sketch. So I'm thinking what paper will work well. I'm thinking about using this pink diagonal stripe, and that is what I'm going to use as a smaller section of pattern in my little center photo paper conglomerate going on currently. So as I said, you really can't see a lot of that gray piece, but I did want that where it kind of ties it all together. Revenge of the fax machine. Sorry, guys. I think it's going to end up calling me 2 more times because that's usually with a round of a fax machine. Oy vey. All right, so I'm happy with the way things are going. I'm going to go ahead and get this part all glued down. So where that striped paper is where my title and journaling is going to go. But the first thing I want to do is, in the sketch, there were banner pieces. So I'm going to use these sticker pieces. Now, if you are a fan of Felicity Jane and you have been, oh, Ms. Xanthe makes an appearance. Yay! If you are a fan of Felicity Jane and have been since she started, you know at the beginning when the kits first came out, before she had die cuts, she used to have sticker sheets that you would fussy cut out different things. And one of the things were these little strips, and that navy one, and then the aqua and white striped one as well. So they're on sticker paper that peels off. So what I just did was I took the navy one and I trimmed it in about a 3/4, 1/4, and I'm just going to spread that across. And then what I'm going to do is use some embellishments to cover up the gap. And then I'm going to lay the aqua stripe piece over it. Actually, part of the sticker sheet had come off, so it's a good thing I liked how that looked, because that was going to be stuck there no matter what. So now I'm going through one of the die cuts, and I find this little label die cut, and that's actually going to be kind of perfect to cover up the little gap I have there. And then I am adding this piece with the notebook piece of paper. It looks like a little mini notebook piece of paper, and that's where my journaling is going to rest. I'm looking at a couple of the other die cuts, seeing what might work. I did pull out that word happy, and that is going to become part of my title. And then I also found another label piece, and I'm just adding that over on the left-hand side of my photo just for some added embellishment there. So there is that word happy. I'm going ahead. I'm liking the way things are looking, so I'm going to go ahead, add down that label as well as the little notebook die cut where my journaling will go. There we go. And now for the rest of my title, I'm going to pull out the mini thickers. I don't know what they're called. They're the multicolor mini thickers that came out with one of the Paige Evans for Pink Paisley line. I own the majority of them, so I just kind of pull out whatever set of colors I think will work. In this case, because I've got the pinks and the blues, I just pulled out different shades of pinks and blues and greens, and it worked out for me. Yay. I always like when they have all the letters in the colors I want. It's like, yay, the scrapbooking muses are with me. Woohoo! So what I'm doing is within that star cut file, I had these mini puffy stickers in the star shape, and I just kind of scattered them around, just kind of giving a little bit of dimension, and then obviously having the different sizes of shapes. I then had a couple more puffy stickers that I added that camera and the word dream, because it was, a dream come true type of thing. Not on a major scale, but still kind of on the awesome side. All right, I'm going to be finishing up here with adding my journaling. And as I said, I'm just talking about how, I was, super excited that they asked me to do that. And then, it's an exciting thing to do. And even though, as I said, I've done YouTube and I've done YouTube lives, when someone else asks you to do it on behalf of their business, you want to do a good job, and so you get nervous and you get excited, and it's a new experience, even though it's similar to what you've done before. Maybe I'm just a little bit nut bar. That's okay as well. So as I'm finishing up, I do want to say, if anyone is interested in subscribing to my channel, even though I'm a bit on the scattered side when it comes to my voiceovers, please hang out till the end of the video. There is a subscribe button to click on, as well as another video you may enjoy watching if you've enjoyed this one. Thanks so much for joining me here today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am just about done with this layout. I'm considering adding something else, but I didn't really want to pull out my mists. I am showing you the sketch again, but apparently I didn't remember that I sped this up. So there you go. Thanks guys so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye!